back, everyone. We're looking at Bitcoin on a daily time frame. Today is Wednesday, and today is the most important day of the week due to the fact that the Fed meeting will be releasing its decision at 2 p.m. Everyone right now is waiting to see exactly what they have in store, and this whole last week and a half since CPI, all that I've noticed is that people are trying to price in an interest rate increase of 75 points, and some people are guessing 1 point, and then no one really is even considering the half a point increase, which I think we should. What I'm seeing right now in pre-market is we are rising. This is what I want everyone to know, that rising into this Fed meeting is not the ideal scenario that I want to see. Rising into it just scares me that the big money is just waiting to short at a higher level. In the structure of right now of what we're looking at and what we're expecting, we can assume two things, up or down, right? So this is what we're going to do. We're going to play level by level. I can't guess. I'm not an insider. I don't know what's going to happen, but I'm sure there are people who have an inkling and have their ear close to Jerome Powell so they know what's going on. But for us, we're going to assume, okay, if Fed does decide to increase by 1 point, well, let's just say this level of support that we have at 18.6 to 17.6, which I never got my 17.6 touch. Yeah, so today it might be possible for us to come all the way down here to 17.6 and under if they increase by over a point. If they increase by half a point, this will become the low, and you will see price break above this EMA at 21.3 and probably go get resistance at 24 to 25,000, almost to 26.3. So 25 to 26,000 is where we will find resistance if the Fed increases interest rate less than 0.75 to 0.50. I'm expecting all tech, all stocks, market, everything to rally, because the pricing in of this bearish increase will be wrong and everyone will have to reprice. Okay, so that's one thing that is a hypothetical scenario, that if we get less than 0.75 increase, we will get a nice rise up. If we get 75, then we might go sideways and still test down, because then what will the next rate hike be? People will start pricing it in according to what he says at 2:30 after the Fed decision, this live conference. So I will be paying attention to that to see what goes on. So I hope you'll join us. Last but not least, what I was saying is, if they do that 1.0 increase, and that 17.6 is definitely not going to hold up. We have to look for the next level of support after 17.6. And on Bitcoin, it could be 15.8, it could be 13.5 or 12,800. There's lots of levels to find support on. Feel free to join us on the member side for us to explain which level we're looking at and why. As of right now, your first level, you need to wait for 17.6. After 17.6, as I said, 16.8, have 15.8, we have about 14 to 13.8. So keep those levels in mind. To the top side, if everything and the interest rate goes positive, well, you have this 20,000, and then you have this 21,300 as the next level. And then if that breaks, then we could go all the way to 22.8 to 23,000 and see if a head and shoulder formation will stay here and we reverse, or if this is the accumulation W and we're going to go to 200, break it, and then start going even higher. So that is what the risk is. Taking a trade here, a low leverage, long, with the stop loss under 17,000 would probably be very smart. Taking a short around here with a stop loss above 23,000, probably a good idea. Low leverage. That way you have both these trades running from the ranges, and then you could stop out accordingly. So just keep something like that in mind. All right, let's go now to a 4-hour. I don't want this to be long. Going to the 4-hour, we are looking for a little bit of upward movement. Looks like maybe we can break above 19,500. Other than that, any closes other than under 19,800 is just gonna be a lower high. Looking for a rollover. We need to decisively have an open and close above 20,300, 20,400. Until 20,400 is claimed, we're just looking for downside. After 20,400 comes 20,800. 21 is whatever, but 20,800 was the next level. 20,400, 20,800 is level the upside. Then comes this next EMA around 21.6, and until 24, it's all lower highs to just be at risk to go over. So keep that in mind. We can hit this 55 EMA at 19,750. Everyone will get excited, and then we just roll over. Don't get too excited. Wait for the Fed meeting decision. Volume wise, I don't see anything that is telling. Yeah, it's all just consolidation, sideways volume. We are slowing down near the bottom. So if good news comes and we start getting green volume candles, you can expect us to quickly rush to the top side. Taking a low leverage long here is not a bad idea. I'll say that. If market goes crazy and starts dumping, you can market a short after you long, let the stop hit of your long, and let the short run. Because this one-to-one extension is not going to be pretty. It's going to be that one all the way here. Almost all the way to 11,800. So just be very, very careful for this today. Now, let's go look at Ethereum on a daily. I should do weekly because for Bitcoin, so I'll do weekly. Even though we're gonna have to look at this again at the end of the week. On a weekly chart, this looks terrible. I'm sorry. Your lowest EMA is losing the 200. We're in a bearish stance on Ethereum, which was the strongest asset. This whole formation just looks like a bending wedge or triangle. Doesn't look like an accumulation of formation. This just looks like distribution. Ethereum needs to get above 1600 and close above it, otherwise it's still bearish, and until then I'm just looking for lower. We need to find our support at 1250 to 1000 and see if we are going to go up from here. It got one poke here on this weekly, but that's not enough for me to say yeah, that's enough. We need to see some sideways and up. So if we consolidate here, that's okay. I just don't want it to go under 1200. And if it touches 1250 and continues up, I'll say that hey, at least we tested this order block and we can continue further in like a W fashion. So we gotta wait and see today. Everything is on today's news. Price action is kind of just showing hey, we are going sideways and consolidating. So along this area would be smart with low leverage, a short higher, and then you go from there and wait to see the news and see which way we break. Going on a 4-hour, we're a little bit weaker than Bitcoin. Looks like we are actually finding resistance at the 21 and the 9 EMA. 9 EMA, it's like we're rejecting. We just closed that 4-hour candle. So here comes the roughness. If we start pushing off too far to the downside, I would definitely be very cautious about upside surprise. Now the US pre-market is rising, so I do think we're gonna float sideways and up until the meeting, and then once Powell and them start getting close to the meeting around 12 o'clock, people will start by making the market a little bit more volatile to kind of like hint at what the news will be. And then once the news comes, you will see that I like to call it a Darth Maul wick. It will go in the direction that everyone thinks, and then it reverses and takes both sides liquidity. So be careful. As I told you, The play will be if it's less than 0.75 interest rate, we should see upward movement. You should see Dixie pull back, giving if all like tech stocks and crypto assets an opportunity to rise. If it's 0.75, we could go sideways and continue to go down because of the fact that we are still expecting another increase before the year end. If it is 1.0, you should expect very large sell-off, and then everyone's ear will be focused on what he says at that post-decision meeting to see what we should be expecting for the next interest rate. So those are the only real three scenarios. The market is not going to go left. I can promise you that. It's going to go up, down, or sideways. So those are the three rate decision scenarios, and those are the three market directions they can go accordingly. If it's not about tricking the traders, if this data is fundamental data, interest rate, which it is, the currencies, it will affect the price accordingly in the ways that I mentioned. Lower interest rates allow tech companies to keep continually get cheap loans, and all they did with those near zero interest rate loans was buy their own stock. Now they can't do that because the return of their stock compared to that loan is not the same. So it's a different world out here, guys. Get ready. It's going to be an interesting day today. Aside from that, please don't forget to like, subscribe, press the bell button for notifications. If you have any other assets you would like me to cover, please feel free to leave it in the descriptions of this video below, and I will get back to you ASAP. If you could just leave a comment in the video telling me what you think the Fed rate will do today, I would greatly appreciate it. So that way the YouTube algorithm can take that and spread it along amongst the rest of the YouTubers of the world. Last thing I was wanting to do was quick self-promotion. The members group have 4 slots still open. Please feel free to DM me if you're interested. It's $20 a month, and it is for the October 1st. Yes, October 1st start date for the membership. And yeah, guys, please feel free to join if you're interested. We will be scalping a lot of trades. Instead of being in a trade today, we'll be scalping due to the fact that we are expecting high volatile actions. Once the volatility starts, we will try to make our scalp into swings once the trend and the direction is clear. All right, well, other than that, guys, if you're interested in hanging out and discussing things with us, our Discord group is in the description of this video. Please feel free to join, completely free, and that's where we do our membership material stuff as well. So maybe we can do a live session during the Fed meeting and we can all discuss stuff together. So feel free to let me know if there's anything I can do to make this experience better, guys. That's what I'm here to do, is cater to you. So if there's anything you would like to see change or added, let me know and I will accommodate. Thank you so much, guys. You guys have a great day. Talk to you soon. Be safe out there. Try to use low leverage and be